Okay. So this is going to be a submission video for Power with Pride speedrunning marathon. Doing this a little late. It's due tomorrow, but you know, I wanted to get it done, so we're doing it now. Oh, I need to update settings. I haven't done that because that was just canceled. Where is it? There it is. Commands. MISC, as well as key lunacy added to this. Oh man, randomized dungeon entrances. All right. There we go. Yeah, so it's normal stuff plus a couple extra checks, and then we have randomized dungeon entrances as well as key lunacy. So keys aren't in their dungeons. So this will be fun. Yeah. So I guess we'll get started. Anything else? Oh, come on. Okay, got it. Close that out. Open that back up. Timer is weird. Alright. So, yeah, we'll explain as we go. I guess one thing, I guess we can start off with, as far as like bid incentives, we can obviously choose a file name. And the other thing that we can use for bid war is custom colors. So I'm currently just as Ace Pride Link because that's more what my speed is. But we can change colors to anything, so we can like set it up for like gay pride, bi pride, anything, trans pride, it's anything. It's so great. I will try and get pictures, I guess, to submit that. But anyways, so we're gonna start off by going down here since we have the checks available. Oh, we got a bottle. That's actually very nice. So this is a randomizer, so everything could be anywhere. Because there's a total of 300 checks in the game. Obviously, with Wind Waker, a big portion of that is like, you know, sailing around. So we actually don't play with all the settings. We don't play with all the settings on simply because they take a while. We're gonna pick up some rupees here. That way we can hopefully buy an item from Beetle's shop. But yeah, so we're doing a quick clip here. Okay, if we actually can get it. So normally you have to enter this house at night, so this just saves playing this song of Passing on our Wind Waker. So once we're here, we just hop into the loading zone, and then we're good. Camera change is weird. Ghost ship chart. All right. But that we will need that later. We can't complete the task currently with the items we have, but we'll get to that eventually. But yeah, so I don't have enough rupees, but we'll see what this item is. So this item costs 20 rupees, unfortunately. And it has the leaf. We need that. We need that really bad. Okay. We're gonna go hop around and grab some rupees here. But yeah, so it's a randomizer. Things can be anywhere. grab this before doing the check, but you stay right there. You're not going anywhere until we can actually get into your ship. Thank you, please. All right. I mean, it says we only need the ghost ship chart, but like, the enemies in there, you kind of need like at least the mirror shell. Oh, I don't have any. All right. Anyways, so we'll do that eventually. But yeah, so as far as settings go, we have we can have 300 items turned on in the game, 300 locations turned on in the game. We are not playing with all that. We have the dungeons turned on, so dungeons are going to have random items, and even then, we actually. But first off, actually, we're going to jump into this pool of. Hopefully, we got that. I think we can. No, not enough. We're trying to get to this island a bit earlier than we ought to, so we have to hop into the void of this whirlpool. We got the dungeons turned on. We got the tingle chests in those dungeons have items, as well as. All right. Tingle chests, mail checks are going to be on. Puzzle secret caves, because combat caves take way too long to do. I've got the great fairies, just any like gifts that people just hand us out. Those are things that could have items for us. Oh my god. Went horribly. And then there's also just like a miscellaneous category, which is what those two checks that we grabbed on our starting island, outset island, were for. That's not gonna make it. I don't know what's going on. We're doing horribly. One of the key things with this, pun not intended, there's a mode called Key Lunacy that basically takes the keys of dungeons and puts them anywhere. They could be in dungeons, they could be outside of dungeons. But that's what we were trying to do. We were trying to hop into the void, the whirlpool. That puts us up on top of this island. Normally we need the hook shot, and then combining that with pulling out a Wind Waker as we pull up a ledge. I did not fall down enough. We might be doing another seed after this. Get a better, like, showcase. Better. Man, execution has not been great so far. I didn't save on top of the island, so we got to do the void again. Okay. I'm ready to restart this. Doesn't normally take me this long. I have no idea why I'm not doing well. Alright. So we got the void again. I was just talking, I got distracted by myself talking. I don't get, because I normally... I'm fine with that. Do that so we don't fall. Alright. I just didn't fall enough. Basically, we can fall into the water, swim underneath the island here, and we can swim. The way water works in this game is if there's a body of water above you, it will always spawn you on the top one. So we use that to get up here, because we don't need the hookshot in the actual cave here. We just need the hookshot to get up to the cave. But once we're in it, we're home free. Yeah, so we'll go over, and this is normally a warp. Like there's a bunch of maze stuff to do here, but that's slow. So we're gonna ignore the maze. We're gonna burn this pot lid off, and then climb up it. There we go. Sometimes Link has problems. There we go. And then we're just gonna walk up along the edges here. And we can burn this one to get to the last area. So there's two chests in here. Okay, normally it would want you to do like a whole maze, getting places, but okay, we got a Tingle statue. We actually might need those. We're gonna hop up here. Since we have the leaf, we can just leap over, grab that chest. All right, 2 Tingle statues. So because we have the miscellaneous category turned on, there's 5 Tingle statues in the game, and if you turn them into a guy named Ankle on Tingle Island, he will give you an item. So that's what those are for. All right, we can actually. I actually do want to go. Go this way. I totally didn't see what the dungeons were. Forgot with miscellaneous, there's also opens up another island check that we don't normally do. Miscellaneous hasn't been like included in like past like season tournaments or anything as far as settings go. But so again, we're doing stuff a little bit out of logic. You can complete this game, complete this seed without using any glitches, things like that, but we're speedrunners, so we don't want to do that. It takes time and it's slow. So normally you would need bombs to get rid of the ship here, but the ships like to fire on themselves, so we just kind of like hug the boat here and let it fire at itself. Bunch of boats in the area and they're all... Alright, one more hit. I don't want it. Alright, that works. Totally unintentional timing there. Alright, but... So, we got in here without bombs, so obviously we won't find bombs here because it does expect us to have bombs for that. Then we go play our song, our Wind's Requiem song. Ooh. And it's nothing. Grab some rupees though. We don't need a ton of rupees in this game, at least as far as the settings that we have turned on. But so we'll need about, like, besides that 20 rupee item that we bought earlier, we need about 65 rupees. So we have enough rupees for the rest of our run basically. Alright, so we don't have to enter Forbidden Woods or enter Dragon Rouge Cavern. That being said, because we have dungeon entrances randomized, we can still have to do those dungeons, but we don't have to enter them. So if you notice on the map, there were those, there's some like glowing blue spots. Basically, that just shows the entrances to dungeons. So just a matter of going to those areas. There are two dungeon entrances, if you will, that aren't randomized, and those are Hyrule and Forsaken Fortress. To enter Hyrule, we need all 8 pieces of the Triforce. We start with 4 of them. The other 4 are incentivized as the boss rewards, the heart container rewards, in 4 different dungeons. One of those actually is Forsaken Fortress, so we will be going to that. Alright. Let's see if we can actually get storage here. So similar to how we did the Wind Waker dive earlier, if you pull the Wind Waker out as you're standing up and then cancel it 3 frames before you land, you'll kind of get some weird properties, and having a lot of trouble today. A lot of trouble. I do have Leaf, so I guess I don't need to do it this way. But it's fun climbing up walls. There we go. Okay. So we have this. Basically, we're entering a property that basically allows us to store the next cutscene that Link might encounter. Which in our case is going to be opening a chest. Because when Link opens chests in this game, it's actually playing a cutscene and it changes Link's hitbox to do that. So normally you have like your normal collision hitboxes. To play the animation of him opening the chest, it actually shrinks its hitbox, and that allows us to just walk up walls and like clip into like geometry of stages here. And then we can just walk up the wall, get right up there. And as we enter loading zones is when we find out what items that we get are. So it looks like it was a treasure chart, so nothing too important. And we're actually gonna get storage again here. There is another chest up on top of this island. This one's a little bit tricky because it's such a quick drop. It's like double frame perfect almost. So do this trick. There we go. So, I didn't want to talk to you. So, we got our second storage here, and we're actually going to take it to this island over here. With the bait bag that we have, one of the baits that we can use are called highway pairs, and we can use them to control seagulls. And that's normally that's how the game wants you to open up this little area. Fly a seagull around. Just gonna make sure we don't have. Oh, we got the picto box. Okay. Fly around and activate some switches on top of those pillars to the left there. But that's slow. So we actually take our chest storage, and since we actually can't climb ledges with storage, so we kind of have to do a little setup there to make the game push us up there, and then we can just walk through, clip through the geometry again, and get in here. Yeah, so we got the picto box. Unlocks a couple different things that we can do on Windfall. So we will be going there right after here, basically. Yeah. So while money is important, it's not that important for these settings. There are other settings like there's Beetle has an expensive item shop where things range from 500 to 950 rupees. Not something we have to worry about though. Then we warp to Windfall. We're actually going to do a quick save here. Because we have the Great Fairies turned on, so we're going to save while we're near the island. That way, in case this fairy doesn't have anything useful, we can just soft reset and it will put us back at this island. So just a minor time save, and goodness, do we need time saves right now. We have not been doing super hot on the time saves, but I don't know why. We're just not. So we do have some minor convenience tweaks, taking inspiration from the HD version of the Wii U. So you'll notice that we sail a lot faster, and that's because we have the Swift Sail from that game. This is based off the GameCube version, so that's why we can do things like storage. Those were patched out in the updated version on the Wii U. But we still have we like some of their convenience tweaks. Like the Swift Sail, we have faster text boxes, and we can just cancel out of them by just holding B instead of mashing. Just minor things like that. All in all, just makes it a really fun game to play. And Tower of the Gods small key. Okay, we do want that. We don't know if we need Tower of the Gods, but yeah, we kind of need it. So there are a total of 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12 keys, plus boss keys, for the various dungeons. We only need, all things considered, 2, 1, technically 0, and 1. But we technically only need 4 keys across the dungeons. I would like to have I would like to have 5 keys in total. It just depends on what keys they are, like for which dungeons, and what other items we have to bypass those keys in those dungeons. But like, for example, Dragon Roost Cavern, the first dungeon in the game normally, has 4 small keys, and you need 1 key to actually get past the first room. There's only 1 chest there if we find it. If we have the bow, we only need another key. We only need 1 more key because we can then just kind of go through the dungeon backwards. Without the bow, we'll need a couple more. So, on Windfall, since it's nighttime already, we're going to start this Mila side quest. A very long side quest, and it takes about a minute and a half of Mila just running around the island. You're kind of supposed to follow her around, but it's slow. So what we're actually going to do, we talked to a guy named Lenzo earlier. Please. So one of the other things, those storage that we can do, is store animations of opening doors. We can actually get the storage, though. That'd be the thing. Like I said, we are on a time limit. And we gotta be careful that Mila doesn't see us. Alright, so you'll notice that we went to open the door and then didn't. Basically, we're that door is normally locked until you have the Picto box and you talk to Lenzo, and the door unlocks, and there's a couple checks that we can do. But by pairing it with doing it here while Mila's running around the island, we can get storage, store the opening of that door, and get over to it, and then once we talk to Mila, we can then open the bottom door and enter the top, and it looked kind of fun. But basically, it just, since we have nothing else to do during this time, it just helps save time. Like, because normally what you'd then have to do is like go back up, everything. While we're there, it just saves time, you know. And you can actually just talk to Mila through that down there. So she was trying to steal from a safe, so she's basically telling us not to tell people. And we get delivery bag, okay. That is needed for some checks. Alright, so we're gonna come over here, open that, and boop. You'll notice the link just disappeared. It's because it was transporting us up here. So yeah, we got a couple checks here. Maggie's letter, that's excellent, because that gives us something else to do on Windfall. And a Wind Temple Big Key, okay. Save some here. And then the other thing that the Picto Box allows us to do is there's these 2 gossiping ladies who want the dirt on Lenzo and who he's seen. So normally when you enter down here, a cutscene would play. Oh, cutscene did play. Because we talked to Lenzo. If the door was unlocked, there's another way to get into this area without having the Picto Box, and this cutscene doesn't play then. So if you happen to have a Picto Box and you didn't talk to Lenzo to unlock the door, the cutscene doesn't play and just saves a little bit of time, but we didn't do that setup at all. Then we come over here during the day, because that's when the town's really active. Yeah, so we got some gossiping ladies here, so we'll just talk to them. And once you show them the picture, they're like, "Oh, maybe we shouldn't meddle in the affairs of other people." We got some iron boots, okay. I'm not used to doing that storage trick. So kind of got turned around a bit. So we're just doing some short side quests here on Windfall. By talking to this teacher, basically she just wants us to teach some kids a lesson. They're being disruptive in our classes, apparently. Or they're not even coming to classes, something like that. So he challenges us to a game of hide and seek. And so while we're running around finding all these kids, we'll get some other short side quest stuff done. So actually I'm going to equip our mail here. It's really nice when I'm able to do that. You tag the kids and you have like a frame to kind of roll the other direction. So when you send that mail, so then when we enter the other room, because we'll have to go there anyways for some items, but that gives us sets up another short side quest. That spot's a little annoying just because Anton there walking by likes to talk to us if we're rolling, because it's the same button. And as he's rolling, Ivan, that kid there, just keeps on going, and it's a pain. They're secretly in cohorts with each other, cohorts, and good, yeah. So this is our good pal Tingle. He was in jail for some sort of crime today. Looks like today he was stealing goddess pearls. He also has the Forbidden Woods compass. Maps and compasses aren't super important, and the big keys actually also aren't super important. The only one that I really care to have is Tower of the Gods big key, because I still have yet to learn that big key skip, because it's just a pain. But there are like tricks and skips that you can do to skip all the other big keys in the dungeons. Even Tower of the Gods, I just haven't practiced it enough. Completely forgot what song I was playing. Alright, Tot gave us a deluxe Pictobox. That gives us one more check here on Windfall with those Pictoboxes. Now, if we had this before doing that Lenzo stuff with taking the picture of Lenzo and Beneko there, we could actually use the same picture, because the deluxe Pictobox takes things in color, and Beneko wants a colored picture of herself. So it doesn't take long to grab. It's just like if it was daytime when we came here, we would have been doing this stuff first. It just would have been a minor time save. Nothing too big, though. A couple seconds at most that we would have saved. Yeah, that one we just kind of walk straight and let the kid run into us. Kind of great. Another bottle, okay. So the kids give us a reward for catching them, and then we go in and let the teacher know that, hey, the kids are good now. That's what they promised. We got Wind God's Aria. Okay, this game is really pointing us to go to Wind Temple. We do have a dungeon entrance there. We don't have command melody. It's not gonna. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna be. I'm trying to think here. We could enter Wind Temple, the entrance. I don't know what we'll find behind it, but we could go there. It does want us to have the skull hammer, though. So, also we're gonna do a. Oh no, we're not. you have a frame to turn around, and because the camera is based off Link's angle, you can kind of get the camera to zoom out of bounds. But this is playing out because of that letter we mailed earlier. Basically, Maggie's father here, the guy in the top hat, doesn't want the mailman to deliver the mail because he's a racist. So normally, like, this is where she would give you that letter. Instead, she gives us the dungeon map for Dragon's Cavern. And there's a chest on the stage here, so we'll grab that over here. Just a treasure chart, okay. Yeah, hey Snacks, how are you doing? The liver bag also opens up a small trading sequence. The full trading sequence is not in Logic, so we won't have to do like the full go around trading quest. But there's basically we just go to one island, trade twice, and turn it back in, and that's the side quest that we'll be doing shortly. But the postman just comes here to hide, and then it's like, hey, can you deliver the mail? And we're like, sure. Today it's just a joy pendant though. But how are you doing, Snacks? So one more thing here on Windfall. And there's just oh yeah, there's our entrance to Wind Temple. So we'll actually head out that way. See what this entrance is. I'm not sure what dungeon we'll find. If it's Wind Temple, we're actually not going to be able to do a thing. But the odds of that being Wind Temple, I should have saved while we were on Windfall, just in case. But one reason why we want to check this, dungeons like just have a lot of check density. So depending on what we find, we could be clearing a lot. Depending on what we find, we could be not able to clear a thing. Just depends. I don't know what we'll find. So yeah, we'll see here. Run's been going okay. We've had execution at the start was a bit rough. Alright, let's see where we end up. Forbidden Woods, okay. A couple things we can do here. There's Dragon's Cavern key. I don't have any way to get rid of these, Nice. We kind of have to do things the vanilla way, unfortunately. Also means I can't. Is there a... It's been so long since I've done things vanilla. I can't believe that worked. I don't think that's what a game wants you to do. I don't have a way to get the other one though. We're just gonna open chests. Hoblin's letter, okay. So yeah, normally we would get some storage and like climb up the walls here. But we don't actually have a way to open the chest at the very top of this room. So we're actually just gonna have to do this somewhat vanilla. I say somewhat because we can cancel and pull out the leaf like simultaneously, basically. And it just allows us to maintain our height a lot better. And we're gonna open that pot there. So we do have a couple other convenience tweaks being there's warp pots that transport you between the dungeons in sets of 3. So there's a warp pot connecting, series of warp pots connecting Dragon's Cavern, Forbidden Woods, and Tower of the Gods here. And then Forsaken Fortress, Earth Temple, and Wind Temple. So there's only one more chest we can get in here, and that's this one here. Dragon's Cavern. Okay, that's so if we can find a bow before finding Dragon's Cavern, we'll be set for that. Actually, no, because we need bombs and whatnot. We'll figure it out. Yeah, that's all we could do in Forbidden Woods at the moment. We just don't have a way to. We don't have a grapple lot to go through to get through it logically, and we're missing some other items that we'd be able to use to skip the grapple requirement. So kind of have to leave. Unfortunate. We'll actually head east here. That's not the sale. One of the other miscellaneous checks here is an island called Crescent Moon. There's a little whatchamacallit? Chest. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh, chest just sitting on the island, so that's one of the other miscellaneous checks here. I didn't know you could bomb there. Just a piece of heart. Nothing, it's helpful, but not super helpful. So we're gonna warp back to Windfall, turn in, before we go back to Windfall, I guess we'll do the trading stuff. And then we'll go back to Windfall. Actually, we can do Phantom Ganon if Phantom Ganon. Because the entrance to Forsaken Fortress is not randomized, so I'm trying to figure out if it's worth our time to go and because we can get to the boss. We have the Skull Hammer to be able to defeat the boss. Just trying to think of what else we can do. So we need a Master Sword to fight Phantom Ganon there. And with Key Lunacy turned on, the maps and compasses aren't tied to their dungeons, so that could actually have something. Normally, there's only 5 checks, not including the boss, in that place. So 2 of them being map and compass, you can kind of take the gamble that Phantom Ganon chest will have that. We can't. It's a riskier gamble, I should say. Doing it now. So do a couple other just a couple other overworld checks here. So hopefully we get a sword. So the game does say we can do the ghost ship. I really don't want to do the ghost ship though, because the enemies in that with a hero sword aren't fun. There is a trick we could do with a leaf, so we might have to do that. Just skip it. But we'll see what we get. Nothing important there. I should also probably just have to save that ferry. Alright, so we'll head back to Windfall here. Hey, Crystal! This, so we got a couple different settings added. So we added the miscellaneous checks, we added the key, lunacy, and randomized dungeons, because I really like these settings. These are just fun settings. But this is submission for Power Up with Pride speedrun marathon. But yeah, so we're just going. Been going interestingly so far. So we'll turn in the Malvin's letter here, and then we'll go and turn in our reward for trading. My brain just decided to conk out there for a second. There's the grapple hook, though. That's good. Holy cow, my brain literally just went, hey. That was a nice find. We'll see what Zunari gives us here. Nothing important. Thanks, Zunari. I wasn't paying attention. So we're going to go over here to Paw Print, grab some checks here. There's 4 items in the island that normally, one is just available from the start, one requires the grapple hook, which we just got, and then the other 2 are behind boulders, which require either bombs or power bracelets to obtain. However, the one we can kind of just get on our own. Oh, well, there's bombs, never mind. Guess we're not doing that. Oh yeah, there's bombs. No tricks today, apparently. But basically, what we would be able to do is we could just sidle behind the one boulder, and then once we've grabbed that, we'll have to like leave the area, save and quit, leave, and come back in, and then we can do the same trick that we used to sidle behind it. We can climb on top of the boulder and then leaf out of bounds to the other check. But since we have bombs, we don't need to do that. So, hooray! I kind of wanted to do it, but I mean, I guess I still could, but with how my luck has been in executing things. Earth Temple map, hooray! I'm so glad we checked that. Yay! Game likes to lag this room a bit. If this was the boulder, we would just be able to like kind of like sidle behind and grab that. Okay. And 2 more checks over here. We're actually gonna pull out the bomb, just drop it behind us as we wait for it to blow up, and we'll bomb it to a tree. There's our Master Sword. All right, so that's full clear on Second Fortress, and we can actually do it. We have Bomb. We can even do it somewhat vanilla. And our second Tyler got small key, so we only needed one, unfortunately. But we got two. Hey, Tanjo. GG's on the win earlier. PuwP is Power Up with Pride, speedrunning marathon, benefiting like charities like Trevor Project, things like that. Oh, we can actually go down here to Eastern Ferry since we got bombs. Hooray! I feel like I should have like double checked. Earlier in the year, they were benefiting the Trevor Project. I think that's what they're doing again for the winter one. I feel terrible. Hi, you're watching. I know, Tanjo. I'll be honest. I woke up just my body naturally woke me up at like 2, and I'm just like, and then like I just see Trez talking about that, like being like, oh yeah, there's a race later. I'm like, there's a race later? What? I kind of forgot that there was a race today, I'll be honest, and then I just happened to wake up for it. And I usually get stuck on doing comms or tracking because nobody else does. Like, I want a race! But then nobody showed up, so I guess... Hooray? It means I can do this now, because I was going to be doing it afterwards. Alright, we got another Tingle statue. Yeah, like... Or, like, we should, like... Maybe, like, paying a couple days in advance. I mean, hey, the next race is... here. So I honestly forget when is when. Alright, we are gonna go here. There is one check we can do on Dragon Roost Island. We don't have to enter the dungeon entrance here. But we're just gonna sail around. Do this, because there's really no other time we're like in the area or anything. Link. Nice. Nice! Welcome to the Bonk Waker. Wind Bonker. There's our hook shot. It's the they were one of the asyncs a couple months ago, like with I realize that the boat's right there, but we're gonna actually go swim. Go for a swim. Basically it's 20 settings plus miscellaneous, and then add add random dungeon entrances and key lunacy. Also, if you're sensitive to flashing lights, recommend looking away, because we're going to be doing a super swim now. Basically, we're just going to be charging up some speed and going noom. I was going to go to that place first, but I wonder if it's actually beneficial to go. Oh, that was actually... This is actually going to be a very interesting swim. I don't know if... Oh, I didn't get the swim. Darn it. I was trying to swim to Bomb Island. That was a tough swim. Alright. Take the long way. I was going to swim to Thorn Ferry, but then I realized, like, you know, I could... Because then I could swim from Bomb Island to Thorn Ferry. Probably would have been better just to do this, though. Execution hasn't been the cleanest today. what do I have? A bunch of mail checks. Oh, we got bomb mail now. Okay. That's right. Guess we can do bomb, grandma, and arrow. Oh, and we got Furrow's Pearl. We got a lot of mail to check. Good thing there's a mailbox. Yeah, no problem there, Danger. Thanks for the good luck. Hooray. Money. Forbidden Woods small key, okay. There is a small key skip we could have done in that dungeon, but, you know, we have it, so we're going to use it. And also, since we have bombs, we can actually full clear the dungeon. The game doesn't think we can full clear the dungeon. But we can full clear the dungeon. Forbidden Woods dungeon, I should say. Because the game obviously wants you to have the boomerang to fight the boss. But we don't need that. Farm Island, my least favorite island. The slopes on these ledges here are very, very... What boomerang? No, you can't do that. You need the boomerang to beat the boss. Bombs go brr. Anyways, this island sucks. You gotta toss these things in here. The ledges on these cliff faces are super steep that if you're like even like a centimeter on them, you just fall into the lava. Just not a good time. But that went way better than I was expecting it to, so hooray. We're not even going to bother with those ledges there, we're just going to hookshot. Good, there's the Tower of the Gods big key, we're good. We don't have to do that big key skip. Hooray! Alright, so we're going to do another super swim here. I'm more confident on this one. This is a lot easier of a swim to do. Just, it's a shorter distance, basically. If we can get the storage. Alright, we might just be sailing. In a lot of trouble today. There we go, okay. Make sure I'm on the right side of the island when we do this. Yeah. Here, if sensitive flashing lights, be prepared to look away, because we're going to be doing this. I want like a northeast angle. That should be good. Our swims have not been doing so well. Quickly trying to get that angle back. Oh, we're not gonna make... What the heck? Gosh, our angle... What the heck? Our swims have been awful today. Alright, we're just gonna swim the long way. Gosh, dang it. This is awful. Ah! This has just been a bad day, apparently. Knew I shouldn't have waited till the last minute to do these things. So another island, another fairy island here. As far as the use of the skull hammer to enter. Oh boy. We'll see what we get here. Earth Temple Big Key. Okay. Don't know if we'll need that. Alright, so... we save Grandma now, or do... Alright, we're gonna do Second Fortress first, I think. We are gonna be doing another swim, probably against my better judgment, but just to save some time, hopefully. We are gonna save here, multiple reasons, but just in case this is a Tingle statue, it's a Tingle statue. So we do need the Tingle statue, but so when you enter loading zones, that's when you get the items you get from storage. There's just not a way that we have in the menus to track Tingle statues. So I would have had no way of knowing if that was a Tingle statue or not, unless I actually visited the island where you turn in the reward. So by doing that, we just know it's going to be a Tingle statue. We get storage. That allows us to kind of do that walk through walls thing. And we get storage again to be able to do the super swim, so... For sensitive flashing lights, look away. Just mark that off. We actually made this. Oh gosh! So we gotta get Link to stand up on here, then we can pull out the Wind Waker. That canceled that storage from where? Okay, we're good. Trying to figure out where I was. But so using storage, we can just kind of walk up walls here. This just saves some time. And we're at the boss. So yeah, normally you'd, this is where we would like check the item to see what we got from that chest, but because the Tingle statues are something we can't track on our item menu, did that before. So we just got a nice little climb here. And we do have the potential to soft lock here. Oh gosh. Don't fall. simply because of the way we fight this boss. This boss is very RNG dependent normally. The way we do it basically eliminates all of that RNG. But in order to do that, it comes with the caveat of, you know, we might soft lock here. We're gonna get storage here. And that allows us to have control of Link during this cutscene here. And so you saw it filling up with water. It's actually not filled with water anymore. So we can just kind of hop down there, wait for this to play out. And we wanted to get to the top of a jail cell in this area, so we actually have to cancel out of our storage. Oh, we were very close. So we get up here, kind of get the... Oh, that's a little annoying. But then we, the bird's at perfect whacking height with our hammer. But normally in order to have that hit, like, he would have to, like, kind of peck the ground. But by doing it this way, no RNG, we just sit here and just whack our hammer. Great! And boss is down. So we cancel out of the storage before we started like actually hitting the boss, simply because of this cutscene here. If we didn't, it wouldn't transport us to the top of the tower, and we'd kind of be stuck. So there's our Triforce piece. We knew that was going to be there. The other, so we know one of them is going to be on the Forbidden Woods boss. I don't know what the other dungeons are yet, though. We still need another pearl in order to enter that area. Alright, we have to fight Phantom Ganon now. We're going to try and do some RNG manipulation here. So by standing there, basically we're trying to get into spawn behind us. There we go. A little bit of button mashing there, but got the job done, so you know it works. If it works, don't fix it. Kind of want to go back to Forbidden Woods, but at the same time I'd rather find either Dragon Rouge Cavern or Tower of the Gods before doing that. Simply so we can use the warp pot back. Oh, there's the Tower of the Gods entrance. Mini-blins are so much fun. Hooray. That's what all those minute was. Oh, there's another Master Sword. We could have come here earlier. Because we would have gotten this chest and then we would have been like, oh, we can go fight Phantom Ganon now. Let's go fight him. Gosh, it's been... We do this just to avoid walking through everywhere. Nice. Nice. Open the chest, Link. That's all you gotta do. Open. There you go. Wait. Okay. There's only one of those in the item pool, so that's fun. And then we're gonna come over here. And this might look like a bad thing. This is completely intentional. Grab me. There you go. We don't have a bow yet. Okay, we're gonna go save Grandma. Go save Grandma, check our mails. Alright, there's our last sword, okay. Sure. Why not? Gosh, Forsaken Fortress was stacked. Holy cow. Every single chest had... No, that's not true. Chest on bed had bait, but everything else had something that we need. The wallet, I guess maybe not, but we'll find out about the wallet in a bit. Hey, Thomas. C-stick, please. Alright, we'll go back. We'll go down to outset now. We don't have a single bow. What the heck? We set the wind direction, then we're actually gonna going to save Grandma, but we are in the process of doing this first. We still have the ghost ship chart to do. Probably do that. Such a low... No, it's not that low sphere, I guess. No, that's a very low sphere. That's something we could have done, like... That was like one of the first items, right? Yeah, that's a low sphere. That could have our bow. Or boomerang. That's something. Trying to get storage there, but, you know, how things have been. Basically just would have skipped that cutscene. We're grabbing a fairy here then. I gotta put it in a bottle first. Alright, well there's another Dragon Risk. So that would be all the keys. So we can now full clear Dragon Risk Cavern, even without a bow. The bow would allow us to do things backwards. But that third key allows us to... we can skip the last key, basically. Fun little tricks we can do. What? Let me open this up a while. That way it actually starts showing up on my map. I'm not going to actively seek out the ghost ship chart just yet. But if we find it, you know, good news. If we're nearby, we'll grab it. But we're going to go save our grandma. Give Grandma a fairy. She's just been rid with sadness because, you know, we're out fighting evil. Our sister was kidnapped. But Grandma has soup. Soup is where the home is. Home is where the... Something about soup. Make up your own fun slogan with soup. So we're going to change it from night to day. We do need a day to night to get the mail that we get from saving Grandma. We're just going to do this twice here. So there's our letter from Grandma. There's our last Tingle statue. Oh, Tanjo, are you still here? Treasure Church 17's on Beetle. There's our bow! Excellent! We don't need that mail, and we also don't have the money for it, but, you know. And Cabana Deed. Okay, yeah. So I was planning on doing Cabana soon anyways. Yeah, Forsaken Fortress had, like, everything. This actually works out. So we're gonna go do Tingle. We're gonna turn in our Tingle statue reward, and then I guess we'll go do the ghost ship. Right there. That kind of works out. So yeah, you'll see the Tingle statues there on the front of the island. That would have been the only other way we could have known what, like, if we had stored that earlier. Like, we would have had to, like, come here and see if we had an extra one. So he gives us 50 rupees per Tingle statues. That's 250. Let's see what the last one is. Just a piece of heart. Okay. Nothing super important there. Big thing though is we're heading here to the ghost ship now, since we should probably do that, you know? It's been a while. We should be doing it. Oh shoot. Nice try, Octo. So the seagulls that we used to jump in earlier, there was a seagull right there, and we almost went right into it. I somehow managed to, to pause right before it spawned, and we got caught in the whirlpool. Oh boy! Everything's good. Everything's fine. I can't believe we almost go. No. That would have sucked. Oh, shoot. I really don't want to fight these things. Yeah, I was kind of afraid of that. I'm gonna drink some soup, try this again, and then we might have to just fight. Yeah, actually, we're just gonna get rid of it. Okay, drink some soup here. Wait for that thing to fire fireballs, and then we're gonna. There we go. We're just gonna get a bunch of items. Get a bunch of money. We don't need this money, but, you know, who doesn't like being rich? And it had nothing. So glad we did that. Okay, then we're actually going to sail west here. Because since we have a bow... Normally, in order to get the Battle of Gales, which is what we've been using to warp everywhere, you would need to shoot down Cyclos, who is one of the gods, basically. We just gotta shoot him 3 times. We'll see what he gives us here. Power bracelets, okay. That allows us to enter the entrance by the Headstone Island. So we don't have Command Melody yet, and I'd really rather find Command Melody before we enter a lot of other dungeons. Because if it's Earth Temple or Wind Temple, we can't really do anything without Command. We are going to check here, but I don't want to go too far out of the way. I was hoping this was what this would be. Also, since we have bow, we can do things backwards. So I'll show. Oh, we'll be doing that. So this would be the only check we could do without any Dragon Roots Cavern keys, and obviously this would normally be a key. Since we have a bow, we can sidle up here. This is just kind of like a setup here. Shoot down this platform. Being held up by ropes. By lining ourselves up with those ropes. Way off of my egg. There we go. That's down. Yep. We're good there. I heard the bomb. I forgot that I threw the other one first. Oh my gosh. That was not close enough? Okay. water jugs. Oh, cool, clear. That's always helpful. Always nice to see a quiver. We're actually gonna wait for this to drop back down here. That way we can go grab these checks. Actually, I guess I gotta leaf down into this area. Ah, oh well. Oh, we got the frame perfect jump. Awesome. I'd never get that. So in the base game, there's these things called Tingle Chests, and this is where the Tingle statues would be in the vanilla game. They normally require the use of the Tinkle Tuner and Tinkle Bombs to blow them up. The randomizer made it so just normal bombs will blow them up. So if you see, like, so we'll be like blowing up random locations every now and then, and chests will magically spawn, and that's what those are. Doing great. Pick it up. And another treasure chart. So we'll save work to get back to the start of the dungeon here. And then we're gonna go backwards. Nice. We're gonna come over here, grab this check over here. Barely made that, but you know, take it, counts. Up, 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 up. Darn it. I was trying to save myself. Oh, just the angled link roll did not agree with that. Luckily, chest is still spawned, so. Then we come back into the central hub area, and we're just gonna leaf around and go over here. Oh gosh, flying rocks. Wait for that to blow up, and then we'll just... So this is what we're doing backwards. So we do need bombs to blow up this little wall here, or fire arrows. Gosh, this has just been empty. But because we have a key, we can open the door, but because it's from behind, it doesn't actually take our key away. Oh, we got a heart piece. Oh, I guess that was a spoil. Never mind. Darn. I wanted some health. Guess I'm not getting health. Yeah, so you can see we would only need the one small key to... Oh, excellent. Excellent. We would only need the one small key to open the first room, And the second small key allows us to open the doors from behind. If we didn't have that second, if we didn't have a key, it actually wouldn't let us open the doors. There's one more check here. Okay. Nice. We have a key. We're gonna just go this way. It's being rude. That refills our magic anyways. Okay. Gosh, my phone. So yeah. So this is why, so that would be a 1 key to go forward. And then we saw the other 2. Wind Temple small key. Excellent. That's so we have all the keys that we would need. I would like to have an Earth Temple small key. That's simply because I'm not as comfortable with the trick, but I think we'd be able to do it. It'd just be like kind of like a. I don't want it like first time actually doing it, but I know all the steps I would need to take to do it. That makes sense. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Anyways, we got another Tingle's chest here. Again, base game, this is just basically where Tingle's like, hey, by the way, I can do this. I think it gives you like some rupees or whatever, but that other one in the basement is where the actual Tingle statue would be. All the other dungeons just have one Tingle chest. All the other dungeons minus Forsaken Fortress. We're trying to pick up this stick here. I don't have fire arrows to do this little chest here. But it is worth pointing out that we don't have the boss key for this, but using storage, which we've kind of done to like walk up walls, like kind of clip through geometry. We're gonna do the same thing here. We just gotta get there first. It's in this room, but there's one more check that we gotta do before then. Nice. I love bomb stairs. Particularly when those stairs are going to collapse. Good feeling. We're actually going to pull out a bomb here as we enter here. The door shuts behind us, and normally Link would look behind him as that happens. By pulling out that bomb there, we can actually avoid that. Let's try to get storage here. Again, just allows us to move during this cutscene, and then we can attack it just sooner. Yeah, just save some time. Not the end of the world that we didn't get it. Hey, more health is always appreciated. So by using the soup and pausing on the same frame, we can basically have infinite soup. That's what I was that's what I was setting up there. First, we're actually gonna get rid of you. Make our lives easier. Alright, so we're at 1 and 8. We want to get storage here. Come on. Come on, Link. There we go. Yeah, it just allows us to kind of clip through the geometry there. That was just a treasure chart. Nothing important. Okay. Now we're actually gonna sit, like, once we beat this dungeon, we're actually gonna save and quit rather than take the warp. The warp will put us outside of the dungeon. Save and quit will put us, like, at the start. We want to go into the start here. Nice. As I mentioned, the warp pots that take you between different dungeons. They obviously only work if you open up the warp pots. So we open up the one in Forbidden Woods. We are able to full clear it. Again, the game doesn't think we can full clear it, but we can full. So as of right now, basically all we're missing in terms of what we need to finish the game is why? That was weird. Link, please. Okay. Never had. That was annoying. Basically, all we need, we're looking for 2 bows. That's basically it. We're looking for 2 bows and where the last dungeon entrance is, which we know the entrance is in Earth Temple. And it's just a matter, like, where the Earth Temple entrance is. It's just a matter of what dungeon we have to do. Which at this point, provided we have those bows, we can just do whatever. If Earth Temple is vanilla, that's gonna be like the least, like, that's gonna be the most annoying one to do. Just with the skips that I'm not as comfortable with. With that being said, if it's Earth Temple, if it's Wind Temple or Tower of the Gods, we can clear it. We're just looking for 2 bows, basically. We're coming back in here to go to the warp pot. And we're going back to Forbidden Woods now. So we didn't have anything to knock the vines off this chest earlier. And there's fire and ice arrows. Okay, we need one bow. Once we find that one bow, we can just go. Unfortunately, that one bow could be anywhere. Bit unfortunate on that part. Alright, so we're going past like where we were before. Okay. We could have gotten through this door. We could have gotten through the next door. That wasn't the problem. The problem was this central hub area. Because it wants you to have grapple to get up to that area, and the only way to skip grapple is by like leafing over after like shooting down one of those. Then you need like either like bow or boomerang and stuff like that. Okay. There we go. So since we have the small key, we don't need to worry about doing small key skip. And there's our second Wind Temple key. And not super important. We could have skipped. We needed one key, like hard required. But the other key we could have easily skipped. Now we don't have to worry about doing that. We still might do the skip though. Anyways, we're just basically looking for light arrows now at this point. Something tells me the last dungeon's gonna be Wind Temple. There's Earth God's Lyric, so if it is Earth Temple, we'll be set for that. Minus a small key, but again, we can skip it. Although we would need Mirror Shield to do Earth Temple, actually. Right, we don't have Mirror Shield. Huh. Okay. There we go. That was weird. There's a chest all the way at the top of the room. These pea hats are annoying. So we're just gonna get rid of them. almost just jumped off the edge. Well, there's our mirror shield, so I guess we're set for Earth Temple if it is vanilla. Let's get rid of this mini-boss now. Normally this is where you would find the boomerang. This boss with a normal hero sword is kind of annoying. Luckily, we have fire and ice arrows, so we can just do that, and it's done. And the side effect for beating it with ice arrows means the mini boss music continues to play. And also, since we don't have boomerang to get out of here, we actually have to do that. And we were on a timer there because obviously the boomerang would hit him pretty quickly. But we made it past no problem. We're just making our way through the rest of this dungeon here. There's our last Dragoner's Cavern key. Not that we need it. Alright, so we do need the boomerang to enter the basement area, but there's a way around that. We're going to get around that by getting storage here. I'm gonna get rid of these enemies first. Alright. We can get storage here. Come on. This has not been my day. There we go. Once we have storage, we can come over to this door. And so we store opening the door. And then we can open that door, and it deloads as a room because basically it's loading 2 of those rooms at once. And so it just gets rid of the room in the middle. We fall down here into the out of bounds water, back up. And this allows us to clip into the basement area. No boomerang required. I was afraid of that. Okay. Oh, I was gonna say, where's the watch? Magic? Okay, you can just die. Alright, so little annoyance there. And we got another heart piece though. There's our other Tingle statue chest. And we just kind of place a bomb there. Back out of the room a bit to let the flower open up, and then we can just blow it up. Money! One more check down here in the basement. And this check would normally require the boomerang to open, but again, we have ways around that. Flowers we won't use though. We can just kind of hookshot the chest. And Earth... Okay, so no matter what dungeon we get to, we can full clear it. So, fortunately, we do have to say goodbye to the music now. Since we were reloading, it does set the music to how it's supposed to be. That is a shame. But it was fun while it lasted. Might as well grab that and that. Actually, kind of hold on to it. We need a couple anyways. What we're about to do. Because we don't have the big key. And so in order to get past the big key, we need to use some storage, and luckily a chest spawns right here. Basically, we don't care what this item is unless it's the light arrows. Wow, we got that first try. Wait for that to blow up. So yeah, by using the bombs to push us off the chest, we can then like do the Wind Waker dive and just fall off. Super nice. Now we just kind of walk to the right and just slide past the door. Kind of great. So whatever it wasn't important. So because we don't have the boomerang, a couple different ways to fight boss here. One way is by throwing bombs at the right time to kind of get them trapped up. Alright, we've got one hit there. So it takes 4 hits with the bombs. Not far enough underneath. Gets a little annoying because, you know, Kelly moves around. Luckily, there's another. We have backups. Provided 2 hits. I didn't throw that in time. Too early. Way off. Come on. 3 hits. Okay, 1 more hit. There we go. This animation is a little weird because the vines are still kind of attached. Alright. trying to think of where. So we definitely want to clear like all the overworld stuff before going into that last dungeon area. On the off chance that we find the layers, then we can just rush. So this entrance was... where was this entrance? Wind Temple. Okay, so we'll go back to Windfall. Do those checks. Oh, we got the wallet. Okay. That's what that chest we stored was. We got the bigger wallet. Doesn't unlock anything for us. We know. I'll mark it off. Oh. Yeah, I have a mail. I forgot we had that. So you get Orca sends you a piece of mail once you beat Calidemos, and he gives you a Knight's Crest in the base game. So basically, it's just him saying like, "Come train with me." Remember, I never did turn the windmill on. Forgot I didn't turn the windmill on. Whoops. Kinda need to turn that on. Okay, we got some overworld things to check, and then we'll enter the last dungeon. But using the fires here, we can light the lighthouse windmill. We can kind of shoot it through, but didn't get it, so we'll just do it the normal way. And jumping off during that cutscene saves a little bit of time. Not much, though. It just looks cool. Creep had the light arrows! Oh my gosh, Creep hasn't had the light arrows in ages! He used to always have them. Let's go! That's go mode. Alright. So we just gotta clear that last dungeon out. And by clear it out, I mean we gotta get to the boss. I wasn't expecting to find those there, I'll be honest. Because like I said, Creeb in the community, Creeb used to always have those, and it was kind of the meme, like, oh, where's the light arrows? Oh yeah, Creeb has them. He hasn't had them in months. I'm so glad that he had them for this scene. Oh, let's go. So I just hope this isn't Tower of the Gods. If this is Tower of the Gods, this is going to be a very slow dungeon to go through. If it's Wind Temple or Earth Temple, we can do some fun tricks, though. So hopefully it's not Tower of the Gods. If it's Tower of the Gods, we're going to be here for a bit. Tower of the Gods is just a very linear dungeon without much room to, like, skip it. Unfortunately. Just lots of cutscenes, linear. It's not fun when you're trying to go fast. All right, Vanilla Earth Temple. Let's go. So we're just gonna go. I don't know what I'm doing. Got excited. I wanted to go fast. I forgot that you have to do this room first. But this is a fun dungeon to like what we call go mode. We don't care about any of the checks in this dungeon. We just need to get to the boss. So this is gonna be fun to show off. Alright. So we open up the chest there. What am I doing? We're gonna drink some soup here. We need the magic. Get some arrows. I just realized that because of the items we have, I don't need to like do the super risky stuff. It looks really cool when I do them, but considering how my execution has been, we won't go. We'll still be like going to the dungeon pretty quickly, but we'll be able to make things a little bit easier on ourselves. Because we have chest storage, basically we can climb up here. And we just kind of just drop Medley down through the wall. And I'm trying to back up. There we go. We fall down. So there's a way you can just skip this tablet by leafing around it. Since we have it, we have the medley melody to use. If we didn't have this, it wouldn't be the end. There's a way around it, but I don't have to do it. Safer, considering how poorly execution has gone. This is one of the more difficult skips in the dungeon, like especially doing go mode. But we don't need Medley after that. And because we have a small key, we can actually just make things easier on ourselves here. We're gonna get rid of it. We'll just use the key here. Kind of clipping so we can walk out of bounds here a bit. And we leaf out of bounds over behind. Oh, that's not good. I did save, right? That's a problem. Did I save? If I didn't save, that's a problem. Oh, that is a very big problem. That is a big, 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 big problem. I'm trying to figure out where we are. That is a big problem. Yeah, no, we're gonna have to just cancel this submission video. That was stupid of me. I thought I saved and I didn't. The problem was I was kind of stuck in that room anyways, so I kind of had to do that. But I meant to save in Earth Temple and I just didn't. So I think we'll just take a break, come back, have a better execution. Dang! That would have been a really good scene. Oh, we would have been like, that would have been sub 230 and everything. Ah! Oh well. Unfortunate. Right, is anybody streaming that we can go say hi to? At least. At least. Oh, I don't want to hear things. Alright, it looks like Tanjo's playing some. We just started, so it's gonna be a while, but we'll go say hi to Tanjo. Ah, I'm so upset. That would have been a good finish. And I was just too far right. You know, things happen. Alright, take care, everybody.